you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Why am I laughing, you ask? Because I just received a call from Addison. Very excited that his Dodgers have forced a Game 7 tomorrow night. So shout out to Addy. Good luck to him. Good luck to Boomtown. Two very good friends. I'm glad that they're enjoying the series. Game 7 is fun. Game 7 has potential for walk-off to win the World Series like Toronto did 32 years ago. So very curious to see how this plays out the rest of the way. Might even watch it. Might even watch Game 7 tomorrow night. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. But ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Nick Shine Show. Hit the like button. We'll be right back after this from Blitz BK.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. Shout out to Blitz BK, who keeps putting out beat after beat and hit after hit. Show some love for Blitz there. With the Blitz BK emoji, added a new emoji the other day, ladies and gentlemen. We cycled out an old one and brought in the 74 for Nick Mangold. Obviously, we got to honor Mangold here. I'm curious to see what the Jets have planned. I know they have the bye week this week. I haven't heard anything yet about any, I don't want to say services, but some sort of memorial for him. I don't know. I thought maybe they'd do something. We'll see. It's tough. But, I'm sure they'll honor him at the game. If the family's not ready for this game, they'll have the family at a future game. They'll do something nice for him. But, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show, can the Jets offense find consistency in the second half of the season? Yeah, Tom, I was just teasing you, buddy. When you said, I wish Nick dressed as Bobby for Halloween, I said, check your text. Oh, maybe the picture didn't come in too. Maybe it's too sexy of a picture. But, folks, can the Jets offense find consistency? Can we see Justin Fields be average consistently? You don't have to be the top quarterback in the league to win with a run game like this. You have the number 2 rushing attack in the entire NFL. You can lean on that. If you can get 200 rushing yards a game and 150 throwing, and you can play a little bit better defense, and your kicker doesn't miss kicks, and your punter can flip the field, then yeah, you can win some games. You're a better team than Cleveland. You're a better team than Miami. You're a better team than New Orleans. And in December, or the last day of November, it's December basically. Last year, December 1st, Addison was here. What happened? It was like 25 degrees on December 1st last year. It was freezing for the Seattle game. So I don't know if Atlanta's built for that. We shall see. Weather is the great neutralizer in the Northeast, especially for teams down south. Atlanta, who plays indoors, Miami, who's coming up from Florida. We go to New Orleans. Just be consistent. Stop with this really awfulness and then like a little blip in Pittsburgh. Awful blip. No, find a way to just keep it here. That's the challenge for Tanner Engstrand. If you can get Fields after what we saw in the beginning of this season, what we saw against Denver, what we saw against Dallas, and what we saw against Carolina, where he gets pulled in the first half. If you can find a way to be what you were this past week in Cincinnati, okay, that's a hell of a coaching job by Tanner. That's a hell of a way to turn it around. That shows that you belong to be here. Now, Glenn, we all were miserable with Glenn. We all couldn't wait to fire Aaron Glenn. But you know what? He made some decisions that led to a victory this week. Now, build upon it, right? Don't make it the anomaly. Don't make it the one and done. Find a way to do this week after week. Build upon it, man. If the Jets can end up 5-4 or 5-5, 6-4 in their last 10 games, that's a hell of a turnaround after being 0-7. Even if they're 4-6 with Fields at quarterback, that's not horrible. We know Fields isn't the answer long term. We know he's a placeholder. We know with 100% guarantee, like I said all offseason, we are going all in for a quarterback in 2026. You'll be all right. You got your offensive line in place. You got a dominant run game. You won the game without Garrett Wilson. You won the game without Sauce Gardner. That's a good thing of things to come. Brandon Stevens, who people for the first 3 weeks of the season said, and I quote, we wasted $36 million. It's a horrible signing. Well, fast forward a couple weeks later, he's the number 1 rated cornerback in the NFL on PFF since week 4. So let's stop with the definitive long-term statements after 3 weeks. They really don't work out. They make people look foolish. Have some patience. Let the regime grow. Let them put their imprint on the team. Now, offensively, the Bengals are horrible on defense. We know that. We're very well aware of that. Now you got Cleveland coming in. We got Myles Garrett coming off of a monster game. You got to be able to beat this team, though, with that offense or lack of offense. Their offense is much worse than ours. It took the Miami Dolphins for them to score over 13 points because they didn't score over 13, I think, the first 6 games. They got Gabriel at quarterback. He doesn't scare anybody. Their weapons don't scare anybody. We should be able to have one of those dominating Jets defensive performances. We should be able to do what we did against Denver. We should be able to hold them to field goals only. They shouldn't sniff the end zone. Now, on the other hand, can we dial up some plays? And can we dial up the ability to maybe score a touchdown? That might be the difference in this game. Who can get a touchdown? Does one of the defenses make a big turnover to change the field, to flip it? We know we don't make turnovers. So the chances of it being us are very, very slim. Black Gypsy says. So basically, we traded Wilson for Fields, and we are such gluttons for pain. I look at Justin Fields this way. If Justin Fields is the catalyst that gets us our quarterback of the future, then this season's all worth it. At this point, it's just about hitting on the quarterback. That's it. I think Engstrand's scheme has guys open often. I think a better quarterback, you'll see how good this scheme can be. You'll see when you have a quarterback who's not afraid to throw the ball downfield what this scheme can be. Fields' best throw of the season happened in Cincinnati the other day at a pivotal moment of the game. It was the 23-yard comeback route by Arian Smith. The Arian Smith, who Jets fans also claimed immediately was a disaster of a pick. Why waste the pick? The guy's a bum. He can't catch. He's number 1 in the NFL in yards separation per route run against man coverage. Number 1 in the NFL. Not Justin Jefferson, not Jamar Chase. Arian Smith is getting more separation against man coverage than any wide receiver in the NFL. Get a quarterback who can get him the ball. That's the type of route running that a quarterback should be having a field day with. Quarterbacks have to throw a tight window time and time again. With Garrett Wilson, and now with Arian Smith, you got guys who are getting separation. You should be feeding those guys the ball. You shouldn't be looking anywhere else right now. Yo, Holmes, if you think separation against man coverage is a nonsense statistic, you suck. Man coverage is all about getting separation and getting open. You don't suck. I just had to use your words against you. That's one of the biggest things against man coverage is getting separation. But if the quarterback doesn't process it and doesn't get you the ball, then it's a useless stat. That's the point. Get the quarterback that can get that type of wide receiver with that speed the ball. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you tie that all together. That's what you look for against man coverage, Holmes. You look for guys who can beat man coverage. You look for guys who can get separation. But you need a quarterback who can deliver the ball. We don't have that. But that throw from Fields the other day, that was perfect. It's rare. Doesn't happen very often. That was beautiful. That's Fields' highlight of the season as a passer. Is that throw to Arian Smith? Is that just the tip of the iceberg, or is that a one and none? But I'm curious to see how this plays out. I'm curious to see if this was the tip of the iceberg for Fields, or if we're going to sit here and just be like, oh man, we went 1-16. We had that one cool moment in Cincinnati that Nick and his son were there for. Other than that, it wasn't really a very exciting season. All right, Holmes, what you got? Nobody is even looking for Smith. Well, that's part of the issue, right? That kind of goes with what I'm saying. That Fields hasn't been looking for him. But in a big pivotal moment of the game the other day, they dialed them up. Again, are you going to do that now? Is this like the okay, like the trust was built moment? We'll see. You know, this offense has been Brees running the ball. I don't think any of us expected Brees's pass targets to be this low. Garrett Wilson, Mason Taylor would be third in targets. And then it's just a little 6-7 action at wide receiver. You don't know. So they're waiting for somebody to emerge. Can that be a breakout play that leads to? Now, when I say breakout play in this offense, that's primarily running the ball and doing quarterback sweeps and quarterback sprint outs in the run game, tells you they don't want to throw the ball a lot until they have to. This game against Cleveland should be the game that I've been waiting for. We should have over 40 rushing attempts in this Cleveland game. You don't want Myles Garrett having the ability to rush the passer 25, 30 times. You want to run the ball time and time again. You want Membu getting his hands on Garrett and sealing those blocks in the run game. Can we talk about Membu? We're very used to Jets fans of having draft picks that don't hit. We're very used to having offensive linemen that don't hit. I think Membu's really good. I think Membu on a winning team would have a lot more notoriety, would have a lot more video breakdowns, would have a lot more excitement around how he's performing as a rookie offensive lineman in the NFL. There's usually a big learning curve. He got thrown into the fire right away against TJ Watt and did well. Pancaked Watt a couple times. All right. Now you're going to have 9 weeks under your belt as a professional, and you got Myles Garrett coming in, who's probably going to line up on your side a lot. They move him around. Let's see how he does. I'm very curious to see how both of these tackles perform against Myles Garrett. We're going to know what we got. If you can hold Garrett to only a couple pressures, it's a really good game. Really good game. A game that we need. We can't have Garrett wrecking our offense and having it be 2nd and 17, 3rd and 20. Can't have that. Black Gypsy with a comment. If you watch the tape, Smith is open a lot, but Fields doesn't ever get to that read in the offense because he processes slow. He can't read the defense or adjust the line. The game is as good as test Fields OC. This game is a good test for Fields OC. Yeah. Last week against the Bengals, he had a clean pocket often. You're not going to have that. You got the rookie Mason Graham. You got Garrett. Should be a very, very good chess match. Now, Tanner Engstrand, maybe got a little bit of confidence here. Maybe you got your mojo going. Maybe you got a little bit of a rhythm now. Let's see how you build upon that. You know, I would use the pass rush of the Browns, to maybe implement some screen passes. You know, they're going to expect it. Here's the thing with the screen pass, right? The screen pass is only effective if you throw the ball downfield. Because now the linebackers, if you're never throwing the ball downfield, they don't have to worry about retreating. Screen passes work when the linebackers are retreating. And then you dump one off, the offensive linemen get out in front and they can block the safeties, the linebackers. But when you're playing downhill the whole time, and you see the running back leak out and you come blow the play up before it even gets there, that's not going to work. So you got to throw that ball downfield. You have to take a threat downfield occasionally to then open up a screen pass. That's why teams who throw the ball downfield well sneak in a screen pass and they get big chunks of yardage off of it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show. Hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, please. Trying to hit 2,000 before the end of the football season. That's a little goal that we got here. Sorry for the tease, Tom. Also, we are doing a raffle. I haven't figured out what the prize is yet. I was looking for a Mangold item, but all the prices shot up with the unfortunate passing. But any super chats, $5 and up, any gifted memberships get you on the wheel for the future prize. You're going to do a prize the night of the Baltimore game. Baltimore game that I believe I will be at with Nikki. Thunderlips will be there. Frank West will be there. Shout out to Chef Kevin. Yes, I'm up late doing inventory and I'm able to catch Nick's live show. Let's go, Jets. Hell yeah, Chef Cap. Appreciate you, man. I'm sorry that you're still at work, but thus is the life in the restaurant industry, man. But I hope you're doing well, buddy. How'd your football team do this weekend? I saw a post about the game, but I didn't see a post about the result. And sometimes maybe I missed it. I hope that it went well for you guys. I think you were up in New York somewhere, right? But let us know how you did. And much love to you, bro. Wild Wave, member of the channel for 18 months. Thank you, brother. Are we really drafting a QB in 2026? Yes. Yes. Have you seen our offense? Have you seen the amount of time Fields holds the ball? You think they're going to run that back? I wouldn't be surprised if we miss out. Players might go back due to NIL deals, and we don't have the draft ammunition. You have the draft ammunition. You have a draft pick in 2027. You have a 2 in both years. You have the ammunition. I don't think we're going to win enough games where we're picking at, let's say, 12, where you have to give up 3 ones like San Francisco did. I think the worst that we draft is 5. Tennessee, New Orleans, Miami should probably end up in front of us. Maybe Cleveland wins another game or 2. If I had a bet right now where the Jets select, let's go to Tankathon, baby. Let's check out the draft order. All right. So Tennessee, New Orleans, and us only have 1 win. Miami, Cleveland, the Giants, Vegas, Arizona have 2. Cincinnati, Baltimore, Washington, Atlanta, Minnesota, Houston, and Dallas have 3. So I don't think we're going to win more than Cincinnati, Baltimore, Washington. So right now that has us top 10. That's top 8. We play New Orleans, we play Miami, we play Cleveland. So there's wiggle room there. Good or bad. If you want the Jets to win, there's opportunities. If you want the Jets to lose, there's opportunities. Just reading the chat, catching up, forgive me. Havmo, Jets have a separation stat. Again, right? It's not a touchdown and reception stat. We don't have a quarterback who's good with throwing the ball. So a guy who's that deep in the progression's not going to be fed the ball often. However, I think it shows that he can get separation in the NFL. Just got to get a quarterback who can get him the ball. That's it. A lot of us said at best, if he can be a 4th wide receiver who steps up into a 3 during, when someone gets injured in the future, that's a good pick. Not every pick is going to be an all-pro guy. Why don't I say Pro Bowl? Because the Pro Bowl doesn't fucking exist. The Pro Bowl. Watch guys play dodgeball and mini golf. Gives a shit if you're a Pro Bowler anymore. Wild Wave. Question. Nick, could you explain our defense? Because it feels like it's focused on the back end making plays with linebackers and DBs, while the D-line is focused on containment, run defense, rather than sacking the QB. All right. How can I summarize this? I feel that there's times in the game when we're down multiple scores, which has been a lot. We are worried about the run. We were getting gashed in the run up the middle against Cincinnati. But you saw when we finally got a lead and we had to go rush the passer, we put a little pressure on Flacco and eventually got to him with the Will McDonald sack. So you can't really get a good read of what your scheme wants to be unless you're playing with a lead or you're playing with a lead late in the game. You got to be worried about getting burned in the run when you're continuously getting burned in the run. So I would like to see us. I think this game against Cleveland's offense, where we're not afraid of them, you're going to get a really good litmus test of what this scheme is and how do they want to play call it. You're not afraid of getting burned downfield by guys like Chase or Higgins. You're not afraid of a Cook type of running back in the backfield like you have in Buffalo, a running quarterback like you have with Josh Allen. I think what you're going to see is you're going to see kind of an all-out attack. You're going to have Sauce back, we presume, right? It'll be 3 weeks since a concussion. It'd be really, really bad for his career if he's missing 3 weeks after a concussion. But I think you're going to see some all-out man blitz, cover zero, send everyone, put Brownlee on the tight end, and just send people. Just send them time and time again. Play good run defense, run blitz a little bit. I'm curious to see what they do at safety. Are they going to pick somebody up? Are they going to add someone? Are they going to elevate someone? I think, what was his name in the preseason? Clark was the safety for us, right? He's still there. I know he dressed up for Halloween with the Beetlejuice, the guy with the shrunken head. So very curious to see how they cover the safety end on the back end. Are you just going with Moore and Adams? Are you going to bring someone else in? 25, who celebrates on this channel with super chats when he hits a bet, need 2 Keontae George rebounds or assists for $500. All right, now you have to tell. Excuse me, hiccup there. You have to tell me what team Keontae George is on so we can live follow this. I'm not sure what team he's on. So hook me up. But I'm not sure. Bulls are 5-0. Didn't know that. Thunder are 6-0. The Spurs are 5-0. 3 undefeated teams left. Who the hell called Shador a franchise QB? He's not even playable. His teammates don't look at him as a leader. He's a clown. He's a sideshow. Who the fuck called him a franchise QB? He has 9. So rebounds and assists, he has 9 total. All right, good luck. Is it a close game? Is he a starter? Oh, there's 5 minutes left in the third. You should be all right. Good luck to you, buddy. Also, the point of the gambling section in the Nick Shine Discord is to post your bets before they win. Who gives a shit if you're posting a winning bet, guys? Post the bets when you make them so people have a chance to tail. What the fuck's the point of posting a bet after it wins? Thank you. This message is brought to you by Nick Shine. I support this message. Chris B bets on our Jets in spirit. Shout out to you, Chris. You know what, Chris? I'm going to try to get you a membership right now, my friend. Let's see if we can get Chris a membership. This way he can use his emojis and no. DM95. I tell you what we'll do. It's got to be gifted in 5. But if you gift 5 memberships and one of them goes to Chris B, you automatically win a Jets jersey tonight. So if anyone gives 5 memberships and one of those memberships go to Chris B, you instantly win a Jets jersey. Your choice of player, personalized, whatever you want. Excuse me. Chris is in every show. I feel bad Chris doesn't have a membership. So let's see if we can get him one. And if you gift him one, you win a Jets jersey. Guaranteed, instantaneously, on the spot. Where else do you get that? Raul, I can make it for you. Mike D's Nuts won a couple jerseys on the channel. He got a D's Nuts jersey and then Her Nuts for his wife. And they got D's Nuts and Her Nuts with jerseys. I should have a photo from them soon. His jersey just showed up tonight. Sometime over the weekend, they're both going to put them on and send me a picture, and we have it. But you want a Blair Thomas like I did in 1992? Yes, I had a Blair Thomas jersey. Yes, I hated my life. Yes, it was that ugly-ass green Boomer Esiason style jersey back in the early 90s. But whatever you want, Raul, we got for you. Want to honor Nick Mangold? We can do that. Want one with your own name on it? We can do that. Got a kid? We can do that. But if we get Chris B a membership here, ladies and gentlemen, you get your choice of jersey. And it's coming from China, so you can put whatever you want. Bill M, yes, you can. Anyone who wants to do that, that's my Venmo right there. Bill, you send it and I'll gift it on your behalf, my friend. If you have PayPal or Cash App, Big Nick NYJ, just let me know if you send it Cash App because I don't get the notification. But if you want, we can make that happen for you. And George did it. He's got 6 rebounds and 6 assists, 25. So congratulations to 25. He's got 7 and 7. So it just updated. 25 hit his bet. Congratulations. And this one is for Bill. Where are we? What are we doing here with this? Why are you acting all funky, YouTube? Oh, that's the wrong link. Now, for those of you who are shiners and you are in the Discord, I put the call-in link in there. The StreamYard link is there in the lobby. So if you guys are not going to call in, let me know, and I will post the link in the chat here. All right, this one is for Bill. And I would be remiss if I didn't say, fuck you, Bill. And Bill's membership goes to Michael Bartow. But Bill, I will make a note. You are on the wheel for the membership anyway. We are doing a raffle, so you do get in on that. This is what I was mentioning early, Chris. Are there Is he laid out somewhere? Is it public? Are they doing something for the open to the public? That's the info that I did not see yet. So Chris, that's my email. I just posted proudnyjf at Gmail. If you have a link or something, shoot that to me. Congrats, 25. You're a nice guy. I just dropped the call-in link. It's Halloween night. It's the last day of the month. If you want to come in, hang out, we could do that. Want to talk Jets? We could do that. Your call, ladies and gentlemen. Stack says BG for DC. Yes. He would fit right in on the Aaron Glenn coaching staff with the facial hair. BG seems like an AG guy. So looking at Tankathon, they also have mocks. So right now, they got the Saints taking Mendoza number 1 overall, and they got us taking Dante Moore 2nd overall. Moore 6'3", 206. The third quarterback to go is Simpson, all the way down to the Browns at 18. And then Sellers to the Steelers at 19. So I really don't value Tankathon much when it comes to their mocks, but their value is in updating the opponent's winning percentage right away on Sundays and showing you where you pick. So I don't really ever go to them for any information in terms of players. I mean, the only thing they'll give you is size, speed, this year's stats. But let's welcome in Black Gypsy. What's up, buddy?
Yo,
How are you?
all right. So I was thinking about something, right? I was watching tape,
What were you watching?
defensive tape on, so I figured something out. I think it was game 4 or 5. You know what I think? I think a lot of these people listen to a lot of the shit that the
Denver
shows
and
say.
Dallas?
I think so. I think it was a Dallas game.
4 was Miami, 5 was
No.
Dallas.
Yeah, it was the Dallas game.
Okay.
So it was a Denver game. It's a Denver game. I saw something that Wilkes did that seemed more like a Wilkes defense. So I figured out what the defense is that they're running from watching the Detroit games. So what AG likes to do is run man defense in Tampa too.
Mhm.
Like he got it from Dungy. It's something that he uses. It's a part of his playbook. So there's a part in our preseason when they were talking about this at a press conference where they asked Wilkes what defense is he trying to have for the Jets. And he says a mixture of AG's defense and my defense. Wilkes likes to run the 4-3 zone and man. That's like what he's known for. And whenever he blitzes from the Tampa 2s. Like he likes to blitz from Tampa. So in that Denver game, they started to play underneath because there was no really overall like deep threat in playing Denver that game. So the coverage changed. And I think that coverage change is based on what Brownlee does. Because if you watch plays, Brownlee and Sherwood on the ball almost the same time all the time. Like it seems like Brownlee directs. He plays like a linebacker. Like,
Yeah.
Sherwood plays like a safety, and Brownlee plays like a
Plays
linebacker.
downhill a lot for a cornerback too. Like he's
He does. Like he moves a lot. The closest person that I've seen kind of play like him is Palomalu. Like somebody that can move around and
Yeah.
do what they want and get back to their spot. Like he does that very well. So I was watching.
You see him having that freedom already?
He's good cleanup. Like whenever you have a safety or a corner that can do that, like it gives the defense that length that they can't push you far back. So like against like a Cleveland or a Denver, they can do that. Like against a Cincinnati, you can't because you have Higgins that will stretch you and Chase that will stretch you. So you have to play fair.
Okay.
So what I saw Wilkes do in that Cincinnati game that he did differently in the other games is that he changed and mixed the Tampa 2 in on second downs. It wasn't his first down play anymore, and it wasn't his third down play anymore. On third down, you're seeing a lot of man zone out of the 4-3. Like they're moving the zone around. And I think that's the issue that Sherwood has. Sherwood doesn't have the ability to switch from a 2 to a zone and understand where he's supposed to be. Because even on that play that he broke up.
Let me ask you a question there real quick before you
Right.
get more to it. Do you think Sherwood isn't diagnosing the offense the right way from what you're seeing? Or do you think that Sherwood is lost in the scheme?
He's lost in the
Like,
defensive
he doesn't know
scheme.
how to make the checks. He's not comfortable with what
He's not
seeing
comfortable.
pre-snap.
He's not comfortable with the schemes, and he's late on that breakup play that he did. That's an amazing athletic play, but a bad like coaching play
Okay.
because he shouldn't have been that far back. Like he was running from so far back to make that. That was pure athleticism.
Okay.
Like he wasn't where he was supposed to be. But the difference that I see on the defense is that having Johnson there helps that line a little bit. And what I'm noticing is that they need to move Quentin around. Quentin is bull rushing from his same spot every time.
Yeah.
They're not doing stunts and shifting so Quentin can come off the edges and come down the middle if he needs to. Like he's just bull rushing and trying to come forward. So they double team him every time. So when people are looking at Quentin, they're like, oh, he sucks or whatever. On the runs, he's not getting double teamed. But on the passes, they're pushing him in from both sides, which is a good. I think the first people that did it was Buffalo. They just kept on pushing 2 at him every time, and then let the other guy stop him. And Phillips is good, but like if you break to the left on our defense, that's where our gap is. I think it's Oliver and whoever else over on the left hand side.
Okay.
So if you're moving Quentin around and having Quentin line up in the middle, and then he doing his blitz from the actual right, but having line up in the middle so he stunts to the right,
Yeah.
like it gives him more opportunity because the way they're using him now, it's just crazy watching the games. Like because it's like they don't have a plan on defense. Like if something doesn't work, no one is on the line that could be like, yeah, I need to adjust in game to be like, I need to go to the right now because they're double teaming me. Like
right?
so I don't see us beating Cleveland. I see us. The defense is going to have to get turnovers for us to beat Cleveland. That's how the game's going to work. Because
Okay.
there's it has to be 3-step drops the whole game for Fields to get the ball out fast. They have to double team.
Sprint
They
out,
could-
get him out of the pocket, get him away from Garrett. And you know how we started the game last week when Fields was getting shotgun snaps and it was sprint outs? Now that you put that on film, now you sneak somebody out like Taylor. Now you start
Yeah.
adding bump outs to it, you know? You put
But
the
you-
wide receiver out there to run a slant, take that corner in, and then you get Taylor going outside and you dump it out to him or
So-
Ruckert, right? Like one of them blocks like it's a sprint out and the other one sneaks after blocking. But now
Well-
that you've put that on film, you add layers to it. Real
My-
quick, congratulations to 25 on hitting his $500 parlay. He gifted 5 memberships that went to Barry Beck, Chris Bradigan, Daniel Scavino, Reese Quinlan, and Art Barr. Chris B is still without a membership, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm not falling.
25 tried.
I'm not falling for the crispy scam anymore. Like that's what I'm calling it. From Jake did it, you did it before. Like
He's got many. He's
Like,
got many on this channel. Well,
Chris-
Jake's got 42,000 or 43,000 to choose from.
Chris B has like something turned off. I don't trust Chris B no more. I love him, but I don't trust him. So it's
I
too
wouldn't
many
be
memberships
one.
given out, and he hasn't gotten one.
He gets it. He
So-
gets it.
My girl was watching football right now. Listen, my girl doesn't know anything about football. She's German. She's just started watching football last year. All right.
Color Google NFL Europe. Watch those from back in the day.
But see, he knows a lot about football because like I'm a nerd of football, so like everything I do, she asks me questions about it because she's nerdy also. So she said something, and I was like, I never thought of that about that before, but it does make sense. She's like, if Fields automatically just looks for Garrett and then looks for the tight end, why don't y'all make it so whoever the fastest guy is, because she's seen tapes of Tyreek Hill in Kansas City. She's like,
Yeah.
why doesn't the coach then switch it to make Arian Smith the fastest guy, the number one read, and then make Wilson the number two? Because you know Fields is going to jump to number two anyway. But give him the option because you know he processes slow to go faster to short, which is kind of good because if you,
Yeah.
then you give a downfield option to him
You want
because
your
if it's,
second
if
read
it's
maybe to be the more
yeah,
reliable.
especially he's
Right.
going to be the one he always goes to anyway. So
That's what I liked about this week. I felt that Fields wasn't trying to get him the ball,
yeah,
and he was
exactly.
just taking who was open, right?
Who was open? Like who was open short? One of them was a long one to Johnson. Like, but he steered him down the whole time. Even on the one to Ruckert, like Ruckert was way open way before he threw the ball to him. Like
The Detroit Lions play, the tight end. Ball.
yeah. He just it's
I think that
processing.
one is meant to be patient to allow the receiver to get downfield to allow the catch and the.
He was already open though. Like he was already open. Like hit him when he's open, so he's already in stride. Like that's what I want to see though, because to get away from Garrett, dog, as good as our line is, you're asking a lot of Membu. Membu's going up against a monster. It's not like he's going up against like TJ, or he's going up against a monster. So he needs to be chipped. You need to have two tight ends, put one tight end in motion. Like there needs to be something to hold him back because it's literally two steps and 3-step drops for Fields the whole game. Anything past that, he's gonna get sacked.
But then you got to move the pocket. If you want to get longer routes, you're gonna have to move the pocket. I expect to see a lot more of Fields under center, especially in a game like this where you want to get Brees going with the run. I personally hate the shotgun with the running back next to you shit. That should not be your primary run formation. You should have Fields under center and you can run left, you can run right, you can boot, you can drop back out of it. There's more options with the traditional quarterback under center. And when you have a quarterback who's limited, you have to maybe do some things that other teams don't do anymore. You have to buck the trend basically to allow your quarterback to succeed.
So it's something I don't see anymore. I don't understand why they would get rid of this. You really don't see this anymore. It's one of the most successful playbooks you can run from. Why do they stop I-form? Like what happened to the I-form? It's so crazy to watch. Like you have Fields, you have Becht, and you have Brees. Like you should run I-form all day. Like on 1 yard runs, fullback runs, like none of that is done.
The West Coast, the fullback is a staple of doing the sprint out, right? Like you're going to protect the run up the middle, and then you get a guy. We saw in the preseason. We don't see it anymore. We saw the tight end screen,
and you can shift if you're running I-form, you can shift to strong because by moving that fullback over to the right or the left, just like but Fields can't recognize that. To be able to go like out, what I would love to see is Fields start off in an I-form, be able to switch us to a strong zone depending on where he sees the blitz coming from. And then if he recognizes the blitz, be able to go to a shotgun split back real quick and run the option. That would be the playbook because it would simplify for him. Give him three playbooks to run from to disguise, and then give him options where he can throw the ball.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested. It should be a good game. So if we win,
Ruckert and Taylor have big games.
We need them. They both have to be on the field.
Like you're saying with Garrett. All right. I said this the other day. Early in the game, use Garrett as your decoy. Let Garrett run some posts and then come underneath with Arian Smith on a crossing route. Hit your tight ends underneath on drags or quick outs. Use Garrett as the decoy, knowing he's going to get doubled, to put Fields in advantageous situations to pass the ball. And then later as the game goes on, now we're going to start getting Garrett the ball. But it's okay I don't want to see Garrett getting 5-yard hitches. Like clear the fuck out and then throw the crossing route. You got aces to the left. Garrett does a post on the outside, absorbs the safety. Bring Arian Smith on like an 8-yard out. Those are the routes that we can really start to get some chunks of yards with. And Arian Smith running an 8-yard out is a quick 3-step drop.
And give him the goes. Give him the 3-step drop and throw the goes. If you see anybody biting and coming up, like the defense is gonna have to back off if one of those are caught. Like, and that's the best person to throw it to. He's the fastest person on the team. Give him the option to show you, like, if Tyreek Hill can do it, he could do it. We just don't know if he has good hands or not. That's all we don't know about him right now.
Yeah, but that 23-yard comeback was fun though. That was like I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm there. I'm like Nick. I grab Nicky. I'm like, dude, that was Arian Smith. That's a 23-yard comeback route, which means he got to like 26 and came back. Man, that's an impressive route. You know what that route reminded me of? And please don't anyone think I'm putting the player on this player's level. That was a Kurt Warner to Torrey Holt type of route. Holt had that speed to get to that depth and come back. I'm not saying he's going to have that career. Nobody fucking go to the moon with that statement. But the speed to run that route reminded me of Torrey Holt routes.
So what we don't know if Arian Smith has intuition yet. He doesn't know to get to the ball yet. Like, to read the ball in the air. Like, but the only one way you find out is by the best time to let him loose early in the game, because then that defines how the defense is going to play.
And how do you open up downfield? How do you open up downfield? Anyone knows that this guy can run. We're going to run. We're not going to let him get past us. But now that you put on film, we get to that depth. We're coming back. Now you throw in a stutter and go.
Exactly.
Now you can get the separation. Now
you get that stop and go after throwing the comeback.
He's going to come back. Now you do that shoulder shimmy and then go. You can cook a cornerback if he gets it wrong.
You hit him with the go to start the game, or hit him with a comeback to start the game, and then give him the go whenever you see it again in the game out of the same formation.
Hit him with the shimmy, yeah.
Well, I want to see something, because everybody's telling me that, like, I'm not being negative. I was like, oh, be positive. Like, I'm not being positive, bro. Like, we have one win, dog. Like, I still want to fire AG. I still do not believe. Like, that was a great win. Awesome. To me, that was the man goal.
From now. Well,
yeah, I don't have faith. I'm not that dude. Like, you show me you suck, it's gonna take me a while to get me back on your side of not sucking. I mean, like, to me, that
boy's not here.
That's the man goal miracle, bro. Like, we get to see one of these games all the time through the Jets where they just win a game. They like in a way that you're just like, wow, they could be a good team. They could actually be a good team. Like, the defense showing up in the end of that game, that was unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
Unbelievable to me.
And that's what this team has been built on, right? With Will, JJ, Quinnen. Get the lead and allow them to rush the passer when they don't have fear of the run. Allow them to just tee off. And we haven't given them those opportunities. Pittsburgh, we were back and forth the whole game. We had, 4 sacks? It was our best pass rushing performance in the game. We weren't getting dashed in the run. And we know Rodgers wants to throw a ton.
We should get something against Cleveland. So I'm of the other hand. I think Shedeur is going to be something. Like, if people keep on telling, so I was listening to the running back that used to be on Philly that went to Kansas City. What's his name?
To Kansas City, Philly to Kansas City. How recent?
Huh?
How recent?
3-4 years ago. He was the best running back in Philly forever, dog. And then he left Philly and went to Kansas City. Shit, man. He was on the show with the other black guy from Philly. They had like a little
that narrows it down. Thanks.
It's a podcast that they had, or some sports show. Some sports show they had on Fox or some shit like that with the girl.
Running back from Philly. Not Westbrook.
Is it Westbrook?
Brian Westbrook?
Nah, it's not Westbrook. It's the other guy, man. After Westbrook. Either case, he was talking about it, and like a whole bunch of ex-players and quarterbacks. McCoy, exactly.
He went to Buffalo first. No, he went. Where did he go first? Buffalo.
I think he was in Philadelphia first. They went to Buffalo. They went to Kansas City.
Okay, all right.
But he was talking about it, and their look at the quarterbacks. Of all the quarterbacks there, he's the best one there. So,
doing it though against guys who got cut and then doing it in a real game though. Right?
I'm down to see. I don't think Deion Sanders' son is
at some point.
Gonna
I don't think they're gonna let Dylan Gabriel ride the whole season, but
after the last game, I don't think they'll let him ride at all. I think Shador time is coming, and it would be in pure Jets fashion that Shador would come out and lie him
Why
like,
you even put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
because, bro, I thought about it. Like it would be Gabriel is really bad. Like it's not like he's really bad. Shador has to be better than Gabriel. So like you never know, dog. The
I
team
love
that
you too
other
much to
teams.
yell at you, man, but I am not happy with you putting that into the universe right now.
Here's a fact, right? That they always tell us. The team that other teams sets records and makes like milestone markers against in the NFL are the Jets. If you look at the most like teams
We
setting,
know, Gypsy. We know.
it's us in the background of those games.
I remember Matt Barkley putting up 41 against us on a Buffalo
You know,
one day.
like,
What the hell? Matt Barkley never threw for 4 touchdowns the rest of his career. He threw 4 in that
Ever.
game. Who's he
Like,
throwing him to? Watkins. He threw like multiple touchdowns to Watkins that day.
our team is in mad background film where other teams are like celebrating moments in history. So yeah, that's all I
If
got.
you've never played in the NFL before, you want to play against the Jets in your debut.
Yeah, you would. We're the team you come to get wins from.
You're killing me, Doc. You're killing me. Thanks for calling in, Buck. We'll talk soon.
Deuces.
And then on that note, God damn it. Such a great call, too, and he had to end on that note. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Nick Shine Show. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If anyone gifts a membership and Chris B gets it, you win a jersey instantaneously. Don't forget, yeah, big fella. Some comments will take me out of focus. Praying Myles Garrett gets traded before we play the Browns. Yes. Somebody come in, give up 4 ones, take Myles Garrett out of Cleveland. He deserves it. He deserves it. Oh man. But folks, we're gonna wind down the show. I got work in the morning. I wanted to pop on a little bit, talk some ball with you guys. Let me see here. I think Boom is here. You watched the game.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today, courtesy of Nick Shine.
But ladies and gentlemen, drop your What Did We Learns. I got to be up early tomorrow. Congrats to Boom and Addy. Game 7, Saturday night. November baseball. We already have one Mr. November. There will always only be one. But who will get added to that list of a November baseball hero? Very curious to see how tomorrow night plays out. Intrigued to see how we come out of the bye. Jet up. Yeah, definitely. You know, one of the things, that I said in the offseason, you want to change the narrative with the Jets, change the narrative. Win when you have extra time off. We lost the game in Miami with the extra day off. We have the bye week, extra day off. The Baltimore game after the Thursday night against New England. There's 3 opportunities to win with extra time off. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what this team can do. There's a lot of things that if they can build upon and improve upon, they have some opportunities to win some games. Let the coaching improve. Let the play calling improve. Let Fields improve. Get Hall going more. Open up Garrett Wilson. Yeah, it really is, big fella. It really is. If you can win this game, you win back-to-back games, and you beat the Browns with a rookie quarterback, you kind of take a little bit more pressure off you, right? You lost the first 7, but now you won 2 in a row. And now you have the short week going into New England. So there's a big opportunity out of the bye. We were hoping we'd have 3 or 4 wins coming out of the bye, but we're only at 1. So win this game. 8 days from now, 7 days from now. No, 8 days. It's Saturday now. My days are all screwed up. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a channel emoji, if you're a member of the channel, hit that button. Again, last call tonight, gifted memberships. If you gift memberships and it goes to Chris B, you instantly win a New York Jet jersey, your choice, your size, your player, personalized, whatever it may be. Maybe you want one on it that says Wild Wave. Maybe you want one on it that says Big Fella. Who knows? Who am I to judge? But anybody who gifts and gets Chris a membership, you get a jersey. But ladies and gentlemen, right now, we kick it up the boom. Mr. Boomtown, please, dear sir, let us know, what did you learn today? Mays learned that taking 3 kids trick-or-treating will wear your ass out. But the price of chocolate these kids are making bank. Yeah. My kids, they knew daddy gets everything orange. Anything Reese's goes to daddy. You'd have to hide it. You would have to hide it. Is Boom here? Boomtown? Drop it like it's hot? Boom? Kaboom? Boomerowski? Boomerific? Boom-mazing? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Boomtown is not here with us. That hurts my heart. Big fella learned Neil is getting a bunch of Long Island kids fat. Nice. No, I don't think Boom is mourning. Him and his wife do trade shows on the weekends, so they're usually up and out early on Saturday mornings. So he's probably in bed right after the game. Bill, I missed it. Thank you. Now you tell me. Thanks, Bill. Oh, hell yeah, Yeti. Son doesn't like Twix. Victory. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. You are the awesome chat. Best part about winning before the bye week, you get extra time to enjoy the victory. We're not 0-8. We are 1-7, about to be 2-7. Let's get a winning streak going, ladies and gentlemen. And what other way to celebrate a victory than with this?
That's it. Just sideways.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Bobby's very violent. Threw me right through a car. Very violent. And you know what? Chris, we're going to do one more membership from me. See if you get it. Crispy. Go to Crispy. Ooh. Go to Crispy. Went to DYSL Studio. Sorry, Chris. I tried. Good sir. $40 Reese's Cups. 40. 40. That's tremendous. Yeah. Holy shit. I'll say the bleep, Chris. I got you. Holy shit. One second. Let me check one last thing here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Yeah, that was the one I was telling you last night in the Discord. That was, oh, wait. I did it right after midnight, so it was Fridays. Let's do it that way. That was Friday's word. Pretty sure that was Friday's word. I did it at like 12:12 last night in the Discord. But yeah, stupid word. Good night, folks. Enjoy the weekend. See you Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Dylan Terraman will be with me. I'm working on another guest. Someone who got a little bit of notoriety this past week with yours truly. Let me see if she's available. But for those of you that saw me on television last week, trying to reach out to Jessie, who was the girl who was crying, see if we can get her on the air Sunday night. Hopefully she's available at that time. But have a good night, everyone. God bless. Be good to one another. Enjoy the weekend. Go Jets.